Carnival, the biggest party on earth. The ultimate expression of what it is to be Brazilian. Brazil is home to the most famous party on the planet, Carnival. And Rio de Janeiro, Brazil's most famous city, hosts the centerpiece. An extraordinary two-day parade that is truly the most amazing procession on earth. A joyous celebration of all that is Brazilian. The roots of the spectacle extend throughout the country. Its soul springs from the traditions of the Amazon's first inhabitants, the indigenous Indians. In Bahia, 300 years of slavery provided the African influence of drumming and dance. In Minas Gerais, Christian pageants echo the processions introduced by Portuguese colonists. The daring and ambition that have made Sao Paulo the industrial engine of Brazil also drive Carnival, as does the ingenuity of a people who have carved a living from a wild and unpredictable river, and a love of the land and passion for their country which is unbridled. All these are fused into one incredible event. Half the distance of Laís's procession, but twice as daunting, the Sambadrome is being prepared for action. By this evening, 75,000 spectators will be spilling out of the multi-tiered stands that line the route. They will have paid between $5 and $500 for the privilege. Celebrities will peer out from the expensive camarachis, the VIP balconies that serve as party rooms for the rich and famous. More than 100 million people will watch on television. For Brazilians, it's the 4th of July and the Super Bowl rolled into one. Luciana heads to the stadium on the subway. She is more than a little nervous. She was concerned that Mangueira would ask her to wear a really revealing costume, little more than sequins and string. But she shouldn't have worried. Luciana is dressed as a tropical fruit seller, though obviously with some artistic license. It could have been worse. The schools assemble in the street outside the Sambadrome. It's chaotic. In the gathering area known as the Concentração, 4,500 Mangueira dancers struggle into their costumes and find their places. Luciana looks for the other fruit sellers. Not easy in a sea of pink and green. The humid atmosphere is heavy with the heat of excitement and anticipation. Mangueira, Brazil's oldest and most distinguished samba school, has gone 4 years without a win. They have 90 minutes to turn it around.
I'm feeling happy, full of adrenaline, full of emotion. And I know this is just the beginning. I'm only at the start of it. Once I'm in the middle of the parade, it's going to be overwhelming.
A barrage of fireworks is Mangueira's cue to enter the Sambadrome. The mass drums of the bateria launch into the deafening rhythm of samba. And then the tune that Luciana knows so well kicks in. Just 12 weeks after arriving in Rio as a novice, Luciana makes her entrance onto the most famous stage in Brazil. It starts well. Then Luciana has a serious wardrobe malfunction. Her wings keep knocking her hat off. Whatever happens, Luciana has to keep dancing, keep singing, and keep smiling. Not just for herself, but for the good of the entire school. Mangueira has more than 4,000 people. In 35 types of costume, 8 enormous and elaborate floats, and 300 drummers. Yet from a distance, they look like a single pulsing organism. And this is just one school. Over the next 2 nights, there will be 13 more, each as extravagant as the last. Everything that makes up Brazil comes together here. The parade is based on the religious processions of the Catholic Church. The drums and dancing come from the African slaves brought to Bahia. The carnival queens are dressed as Pombagira, the candomblé goddess of earthly pleasures. The feathers symbolize Brazilians' ability to rise above their problems. And Mangueira's theme is about a boat journey down one of Brazil's longest rivers. As far as the crowd is concerned, that was a winning performance. Champions, they shout. Champions. For Luciana, it's a triumph. But as she finds herself back out on the street, it's hard to put her feelings into words.
I'm so pleased I did it. To actually be here. This is like a fantasy for Brazilians, but it's so real. And it just shows anyone can do it. Anyone is special enough to take part. Anyone can be transformed here.
The American dream is to transform yourself into whatever you want. The Brazilians share that dream, but for them, the transformation is often fleeting. One moment of perfection counts for more than a lifetime of quite good. In sport, in art, in business, in life, they live for the moment. These ideas of inversion and transformation are at the heart of Carnival. Night becomes day. The poor become rich. The plain become glamorous. and the world's biggest party becomes a serious competition.